Hi everyone, my name is Gladys and welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is my NCLEX testimony. So I promised God that if He helps me pass the exam, I'll come out here and give out my testimony just to encourage someone out there. And yeah, so I'm just gonna jump in here quick and do this video. So if you find yourself watching this video, it's either you're done with your nursing school or already you did your exam and maybe you ran out of time. So yeah, so today is January 16th of 2022. I did write my exam on January 12th, on January 11th. And I live in Minnesota, so I went all over to Bloomington. So the day before the exam, I stopped studying at around 8 o'clock, and I went to bed early, and I woke up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. We did our prayers and I did get ready, and I had my husband drop me off all the way to Bloomington. I didn't want to drive, and usually I don't walk on the snow for some reasons. So I had him drop me over, and when we reached there, he did pray for me. He said a prayer in the car, and I went inside. So at around 7:15, 7:20, I went to use the bathroom, and I did say my prayers again, and I went, went to do the scanning and everything. So when I went, I did take like locker number 3, because number 3 is my favorite number. I was among the first people to go inside the testing the center. So, but unfortunately, the officer, one of the officers, took me to computer number 2. So before I started the exam, I did write on that whiteboard that day. I wrote my name there, like Gladys Achuti RN, and I prayed to God. I said my prayers before I started the exam, and they said that I'm working out as an RN. So I started the exam. It went well. I started getting a lot of select all the reply questions, and I was like, oh, I'm nailing this. So I kept on going. So it reached to number 59, and it asked me if I wanted to go for break, and I said no. So I didn't want to go for break because my right leg was hurting me so bad, and I tend to limp, so I didn't want to go use the bathroom and redo all the process again of scanning and going back. So I didn't want all that, so I kept on going, and I went all the way to 75 questions. He didn't stop, guys. I went all the way to 89. It didn't stop. So it kept on going, and up to 92 or 93 again. It asked me if I wanted to go for my break, and again I declined it. So I kept on going, and so I kept on getting more select all that apply. Like half of my exam questions were select all that apply questions, and so I was like, if looks like I'm doing better, and why is it not stopping? So I started freaking out. But then I remembered that, you're still in the game if it doesn't stop. So at that time I was like, I just keep going, but I took my time answering those questions, because I remembered that if I was good, or if the computer wasn't having a hard time to grade me, then it could have stopped at 75. But it was having a hard time to grade me. That's why it went all the way. So I kept on doing, answering those questions, and I kept on saying my prayers and asking the angels of God, to give me wisdom and knowledge to pick the right answers. So I went all the way to 124, 125, and I looked at the time, guys. I was running out of time. I checked, and it was 4 minutes left, and I was like, I'm done. I don't know what to do. So I remember the last question I did was select all that apply, and I did not get a chance to complete that question. It was number 129, I think. Yeah, I think it stopped at 129. So I selected answer 1 and A and C, and then I did not even get a chance to read all the answers. and it cut off. So I raised my hand. The officer came and escorted me out. Like I came home. I called my husband, and before we walked out, I went to the bathroom, used the bathroom, and I did pray the same bathroom. Like, I did tell God thank you, and I know I've done my best, and I know that I'll pass. So I called him, and he fortunately was waiting out for me outside the parking lot. So I felt horrible, but I put on like a strong face, a smiling face. So we drove back home. We did not talk about the exam. He was late, running late to go to work, so he went to work. Before he went to work, I did Google like what happens when you run out of time, and it said that they will grade you on your last 6 questions. So yeah, that night, since I had not gone to work for a long time, I had taken 3 weeks off to study. So that night I went to work, and I did not want to do the PVD trick or anything. So I kept on praying that I've passed the exam. So that morning I came home, and I felt defeated, guys. I felt so defeated. So that morning I did help my husband to get the boys ready to go to school, and at 9 o'clock so we decided to check, and I checked my name was not on the board, on the nursing board, and there were no quick results. So, and then I gave in finally, and I tried the PVD trick at around 9:30ish, 9:20, let's say 9:20. That was Wednesday morning, and guess what, guys? I got a good pop-up, and so we were like, okay, let's just wait, and because let's not get ahead of ourselves and start celebrating. Let's just wait until we see the final results. So I went to see some of the testimonies on YouTube, and some people were saying that it's 100% accurate. So when I was watching YouTube videos, my husband was on his phone actually looking on the Minnesota Board of Nursing. So, and then he started screaming from nowhere, and then he said, "Babe, you passed." He screamed so hard. We cried, guys. We cried so hard, and we thanked God. We prayed like never before. Like, that was a miracle. So I just wanted to encourage you guys out there that there's God up above who listens to prayers. Like, prayers works. Keep praying and believe in yourself. Finishing nursing school was the hardest part. NCLEX is just a crown, and you'll get it. God will give it to you. So just keep the faith and keep going. You will pass, and we'll meet out there on the field. Okay, bye-bye.